Hey everyone, welcome back and Happy New Year. I'm a little bit behind in getting this video out. We are building with the new for rent pack in the world. I believe it's called Tomarang. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, this pack came out I think like the beginning of December, so I'm a little bit behind in getting a video out, but I had plans to get other builds out. I actually did two other builds already. One it was base game and the for rent pack, and it was like I limited myself. Um and I just never got around to editing it with the holidays and everything. And then I started a senior living type of build for like Elder Sims. And that one I was doing base game for rent, and I wanted to use growing together because I wanted to use like those little card tables and stuff like that. And I got through most of the build. It's like six lots and then like a community lot, and I was like down to two lots left in the community lot, and I finished the two lots. And then my game crashed. My computer crashed on me, so I lost um everything for two full lots, like two of the full buildings. I lost all the everything I put into those builds. It was empty because I didn't save the game. So I was pretty upset, and I just decided to walk away from that build for now, because I was just getting frustrated. It was a lot of work. There was a lot of recording. There's going to be a lot of editing. I don't know how long that video actually is going to be. So I was like, let me just step away. I'll come back to it later on. I'll probably finish it eventually, but it was just too big of a build, and I was just too frustrated. So maybe that build will come out in a video sometime. But for now, we are building. I don't know what this lot is called, but I don't even know where on the map it is. I don't remember. But it's three units, and then there's like a community unit on here. And then I did each unit by like color. So the house we're working on right now is the orange house. The outside is kind of like this peachy orange color, but then on the inside I did a lot more of like orange, more of an orange tone on like the furniture and the appliances and everything. So I kind of tried to color code these houses. And then across from this house is the greenhouse, and then next to that is the blue house. So yeah, you'll see like the inside, like the wallpapers. I did like the colors and um, the appliances and the furniture and like a lot of the clutter. So I was just trying to go with like a theme, and I thought that was kind of fun. And I really liked the color that came with that wallpaper with the new for rent pack. Um, I don't know if it's like under paint or if it's like a stucco type of material. I'm not sure, but I just like that it had like fun bright colors, and I thought that would be fun to just do, themes like just, and it kind of helped me build a little easier because I thought, okay, if I do it, certain colors, then it'll help me narrow down items and clutter items and stuff. So yeah, now we're working. This is on the orange house. I'm working on like the downstairs. They're very small. They're not very big units, so I wasn't able to clutter as much as I like. So I limited myself. Um, but I still think they came out really nice. This one, I didn't put a TV or anything in this one. It's got a very small kitchen and a very little living room, and there's like a little table in the kitchen as like the dining room. So it's very tiny. It's kind of just for like two Sims. Um, and I did kind of have it in my mind of who I wanted to live in these houses. Not necessarily this one. I sort of had in my mind for the greenhouse that I wanted it to be the owners of the property. So, I was thinking like an older couple, like maybe not elders, but like adult Sims. Um, and they just kind of like own this property, but they live here also. So I had that in my game. And then the blue house is very oriented to a teens. So everything in there, it's kind of like a gaming house. As you'll see when I get to that part of the speed build. Yeah, so I had like I think I had two teen girls. They're like best friends in my game in that house. And the upstairs is like the orange house and the green house has one bed. The blue house I put two single beds because I figured, like I said, they were two like best friends, and um like I wanted to have two Sims live in there but like separate. So yeah, I did two single beds in there. And I just think these came out really cute. This house, I didn't really have an idea of who I wanted to live in here. Maybe a single Sim, maybe a couple. This house was just kind of, I thought you could just pick who you wanted to kind of be in this house. It wasn't really oriented to anybody. So that's kind of fun. Like I said, there's one double bed in here, so you could have two Sims in here. You can just have a single Sim. It's up to you how you want to play. And basically, it's up to you how you want to play in any of these houses. You could always change the blue house to having one bed. So yeah, that's just how I had it in my head, how I wanted like it in the build. But you can always change it if you want. But yeah, so we're almost done with the downstairs. Um, this bathroom that I built in this build, I just copy and pasted it into each of the other houses, and I just changed color swatches. So you're not going to see those bathrooms in this speed build because I think it's too much, and I thought it was just a lot easier just to copy and paste, because it fit perfectly in the space, and it gave me enough room to figure out what I needed for each house for like the kitchen, dining, living space, having like the bathroom already done. So, yeah, I really like being able to just copy and paste bathrooms because sometimes bathrooms don't bother me too much. I kind of like building bathrooms, but in like builds like this where they're small and I kind of want the layout to be exactly the same. It's just so much easier being able to copy and paste. So yeah, but that was it for the downstairs. Now we are moving to the upstairs. Um, and here I was having a little bit of trouble of how I wanted to lay out the bed because this upstairs was a little difficult, with the staircase. It was kind of hard trying to figure out like the layouts in these builds. But I put the bed against the stairwell, which I figured it doesn't look bad. I think it looks nice. I think it's a good placement because against the wall, I felt like it was blocking too much, and I didn't know if the Sims would be able to get to each side of the bed. So I figured this way they can get around the bed to get outside to the balcony. And yes, each house has its own little balcony. And I kind of did like a different activity for each one. So this house, I believe, in the speed build, you'll see me do like just planter pots and chairs, but I think I changed one of the planter pots out for a easel in the screenshots. So you'll see that. So I figured maybe this house has like an artist, and maybe they like to garden, or one Sim's an artist and one Sim likes to garden. So, I kind of gave them like that activity. Um, and I was trying to find something small to go on each balcony that would fit and could give your Sims an extra activity and an extra little bit of personality. The greenhouse, I believe, they all have those little plastic chairs from the For Rent pack because I just love those. But then I did the activity with them. The greenhouse, I believe, I did a yoga mat, and then Um, the blue house, I didn't do the plastic chairs actually. Oh, I should have. I should have. Maybe I did. Maybe I put it with the table. Oh, I might. I didn't change that out, but the blue house, I did the Don't Wake the Llama table, and I did one of those little juice keg things from the university pack because I figured those Sims, like I said, are young, they're teens, they like to party and have fun. So I gave them like more of like a party balcony. So yeah, I was just trying to like match the balcony to the personalities of the Sims that I thought lived here. But yeah, these are the plastic chairs. I just think they're so cute, and I think they look perfectly on a balcony like this. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of mad at myself for forgetting to put those chairs with the Don't like Wake the Llama game because I thought that would have been really cute. But I'm pretty sure I maybe I did. I don't know. We'll see when we get to there. But yeah, this is the balcony for the orange house. Like I said, there's two planter pots, but I end up switching one to a easel. And now we are moving on to the greenhouse. And right now I have this wallpaper up, but I will switch it because while I was building, it just ended up being way too busy. Because I was trying to match the inside of the house to the windows. So I used these really beautiful like stained glass windows that came with the For Rent pack, and they have that like green and gold in it. So I really wanted to like match that with a lot of the furniture and the wallpaper, but This wallpaper is from the Modern Lux kit, I believe. And I really liked it. I thought it was really pretty, but it just ended up being way too busy in here. And I think I changed the staircase to a more brown color because the gold was just it just wasn't working for me as I was building. Yeah, here I changed the color. And then I did do the kitchen under the stairs, and I did play test this. Everything's functional as far as I could tell. I play tested in every single um, lot with the different sims I put in there, and they were able to use like that mini fridge that's under the stairs. It was functional. They had no issues. So you should be good to go in here. The only issue I had is when I get to the community lot, I put like laundry in there. There's like a washing machines and dryers and stuff, and I put laundry baskets on the other side of the wall. Um, where I placed the washing machines and stuff, the laundry baskets for some reason were getting in the Sims' way, two of them. So in the screenshots, you'll probably see it. I had to delete just two of the laundry baskets. They're the ones on the inside. Um, but there's still two laundry baskets, one on each side, so it'll work. You'll see when I get to it. But I just did fix that, so now they are functional, and my Sims were able to do laundry. So yeah, that worked. Um, and now I was just adding appliances. I wanted to use that cute little uh the rice cooker. I couldn't think of the name of it. I wanted to use the cute little rice cooker in each of these builds. Um, and this house, I thought it would be cute to put like the little teapot, the tea steamer, I guess it is in here. Because I was trying to use as much as I could from the Newt pack. I really wanted to try to get all the appliances and all the like clutter items and stuff I could in every build. But like I said, I didn't have much space, so I had to limit myself. But like in here, I instead of using like upper cabinets, I just use shelving because with the vent hood, I just felt like the shelving looked better and the cabinets in this little corner were just too cramped. So I just thought this was a better like fit for the space. Um, and yeah, the kitchen's very small, but like I said, it's functional. I gave them a little island, which helped give them more space, and it was fully functional. And you'll see in a minute, I put the couch like against the island. Um, and I thought like where I put the couch, it was gonna block like by the staircase. So I didn't think your Sims would be able to get through like this between the staircase like there and the couch to get into the kitchen. But I didn't think it was a big deal because it's open on the other side. But when I play tested this, my Sims went right past the couch in between the staircase and went into the kitchen. So it didn't block it. So it actually worked out just fine. So I was surprised, but I was happy. And yeah, I kind of just like bumped the couch right up against the island because, like I said, I have like no space in here. And as you can see in that transition, I did change the wallpaper here and I just changed it to a basic white. Um, because I just felt like there was so much color in this build that the walls just needed to be just like plain and white and just to have the colors play off of that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, it's very tiny. I did use a TV. I used the TV from the Modern Lux kit, because I like that it's a picture frame. I didn't want like this build this particular lot to have like a TV stand out in it. So I really like the picture frame. I thought that was really pretty. I really like that TV from that kit. I think it works really well in a lot of builds. And then underneath, I just put some bookshelves from the Book Nook kit because they just fit perfectly. I couldn't fit a coffee table in here, but I think with the bookshelves, it added just enough clutter on there to kind of make it look better than having a coffee table. And here I was just adding a couple of those air conditioning units and stuff like that because I forgot to put them in the build. And then when I was going through the items, I saw them and I was like, I'm going to add those. Um, and then, yeah, I just cluttered up a little bit down here. But like I said, the bathroom was already done. It's exactly the same layout as the other bathroom. It's just I changed the color swatches to like greens, I think, to match the rest of the house, obviously. But everything's fully functional. It's got the shower from I believe that's from Growing Together. It's that really nice shower, and then it's got the new toilet, the new squatting toilet from For Rent, and then just the sink from For Rent. So yeah, everything's functional in there too. I play tested that. And then in here, I just gave like a little chess table because, like I said, I was just trying to add as many activities as I could to these builds because I mean the community lot has a lot in there for all Sims to kind of go and do stuff together. But I thought it would be nice to have activities in each unit. So if you didn't want to go to the community lot um, on this build, then you could just kind of stay at your own place and build up some skills with your Sims. Yeah, so I just thought that was nice, and I figured it gave it its own personality, having different kind of activities in here. So yeah, that's what I did, and then I gave him this little record player from I think that's from the Modern Lux kit too, and I thought that would just look so pretty in here. And like I said, I figured these Sims were like older adult Sims, and like the type to have like a record player and like kind of be into that like old timey type of like style and music. They're a little bit sophisticated. I mean, they're very fun and playful with the colorfulness in this apartment, but I figured they're a little bit like also like I said a little sophisticated and a little like, proper maybe. I don't know. I just thought that looked nice. And then up here I really loved these lights. I don't think I've ever used them. And if I did, it was probably back when I think they're from the City Living pack, I want to say. And I probably used them back then, but I have not used them since. And I was like, oh, these are so pretty, and they match so well in this build with the color that I just had to use them as like a backboard, like for the bed. Um, so I was like, I had to find a bed that kind of like backed up against it, but didn't look weird. And I believe this bed is from Seasons, and I thought with the color of it, it matched it perfectly, and it just looks so nice against those lights, and it just kind of made it look like the bed was like part of that, like it was all one piece. So I thought that just came out really nice, and yeah, it adds some lights. It adds some light to the room with the candles, and I just thought it looked really pretty. And then outside, yeah, there I put the yoga mat and those couple little chairs. Um, and then here I was trying to figure out what I wanted to put the end of the bed, and I thought, you know what? Don't I make this? Why don't I make this unit have like pets? Because like I wanted some of these Sims to have pets. So this unit I gave them a dog bed and a dog bowl. So I figured they have a dog. And then in this room we're moving on to the blue house. I gave them also pet items, but I figured they have a cat. Like these are the two teens that I made. I believe I felt like they should have a cat. So I gave them like a little cat scratcher and a little cat bed, you'll see. So yeah, I didn't plan on playing this lot with like the no pets rule or whatever. Like I definitely play with pets in almost all of my builds. So I was like, that's one rule I'm probably never gonna play with in the for rent pack. But yeah, so we're this is now the blue house, like I said, and this I had in mind for like two teenage girls that are like best friends. You could always have boys. A lot of the clutter items and the beds that I picked and like the posters on the wall and everything, it's very like to me like it was girly, so I was just going for like two teen girls. But you could change it. You could always do whatever you want. It's up to you. But that's just where I went with this build. But I picked this wallpaper from I think it's from the university pack. And let me tell you, it took me forever to pick a wallpaper, so I like cut it out. Because I was really trying to match the blue in like the door and the windows, and we don't really have blue swatches. We don't have that many blue swatches, and none of them really matched. So I thought this one fit the best. Um, and I really didn't want like this much blue. Like I kind of wanted it to be subtle, but I figured with that stripe going down the middle, it kind of just like balanced it out and made it a little less in your face with that like white stripe going through. So I thought it worked just fine. I didn't think it was too much. And then I used those really cute chairs. I think those are from the high school pack. Um, and I just like the pattern on them. I think it added color, and then they kind of matched. Like I used this couch from um, oh, I can't remember where that couch is from, but the pillows on it are like that yellow and blue and stuff. So I thought that kind of matched the chairs that were in the dining room. I thought that was really cute. And then yeah, here I just kind of was like, oh, I knew what I wanted to put on the balcony, and I wanted to have like a fun partiness like to it. So I decided to just do it now. And there's the don't like llama and the little keg thing. But like I said, I forgot to swap out the chairs to those plastic ones. So you could always do that if you want, just to kind of have it match the rest of the build. But I also changed the door on the balcony too, to unlike the other builds, because with the gaming setup up there, like nothing fit. Like it wouldn't fit with the wide open door that I had originally. So I just gave them like a basic sliding door. But that's fine. I thought that worked. And here I remember that I forgot to give each build a fire alarm because I always forget to do fire alarms and garbage cans are the two things I never remember to put in a build. So this time I actually remember, so I went back and just added those. And then, like I said, I figured these two Sims are very into gaming and just like they're very like tech savvy. Um, so like I gave him like a nice, like not a huge TV, but I gave him like one of the nicer TVs. I gave him a gaming console. I gave him one of those like speakers. Upstairs I gave them a gaming computer because I figured one of the teens is into like I don't know if they're like a streamer or like that kind of thing, like into gaming that way, or if they're just into like programming. But they're very tech savvy, and that's kind of like what they want to go into university for. And then I figure the other sim is like maybe into that kind of stuff, but maybe they're just a little bit more of like a partying sim. They don't kind of really know exactly what they want yet, so that's kind of why they have like game table. I put a bunch of puzzles and stuff down here, and like I said, like the little keg juice stand thing. So maybe they're just gonna go to college and kind of like party it up, and be a little bit more of like a partying type of sim. Um, so yeah, and then I gave them over there the new pizza thing from the what the hell is the name of it? The kitchen kit. I can't remember the name of the kit. But I gave them the pizza thing because I figured these Sims don't cook. Like they're not like that kind of Sims. So they kind of just want it easy. So they just went out and bought like a pizza maker, and they're like, we're just gonna make pizza every night and eat that, or we're just gonna order food, or we'll just have like a quick meal. They're not like into like cooking for themselves. So I thought that was kind of cute to put in the kitchen so that they had something to you know make food with. But yeah, now we're moving on to the upstairs. And like I said, I gave them a gaming computer. Um, and I just cluttered it up with like a bunch of like things that I think they would have on there, like a snack box and some like coffee mugs and a water bottle. Because looking at my desk right now, that's what I have: a coffee mug and a water bottle and like notepads. And so I was kind of looking at my computer as I was cluttering it up, going, "What would they have on here?" Um, but I'm not a teen. So, but I figured most people probably have a lot of the same stuff on their computer desk. We all, if you're using a computer, you probably are having some sort of drink next to you. You're probably having some sort of paper to write on. You know what I mean? So I like the clutter items that come with this game as far as like them being kind of like realistic, and you could kind of like imagine this is what your Sims would have. But yeah, so like I said, I put two beds in here. I bumped them up against the wall. Um, and then I'd made one a little bit more like plain, and a little bit more girly. Um, I don't know. I was just kind of going with the patterns that I liked, but it was hard to match the colors in this build. So I ended up switching the one on the left, that really pretty one with the pink and the blue and everything. I liked the bed, but it wasn't matching the wallpapers in here and everything. So I ended up swapping it here. But it was really hard to find a bed that I felt fit like the color scheme and everything. Um, because I was going for that like blue, and then I put these curtains up. These are from Paranormal, and they had that really pretty like gold color that matched the windows. And I just like the beads that hung down. Like I felt like that was just like the perfect type of curtain, like for these, like that's I felt like that's what these Sims would have put up. But I do here I change like three of the walls to this plain white color, and then I leave the wall by the staircase the blue because I wanted that wall to kind of like carry on from the downstairs, but I felt like it was too much upstairs. Like it was all just like way too much. So I just gave them like this solid white wall, and then I just cluttered up with a bunch of like posters and lights and those little neon like lights that come with high school years. So I figured like a basic color looked good so that I could clutter it up with a bunch of like colorful things. And then I threw like a bunch of clutter on the floor. I made it a little messy because I figured like these Sims are not like over the top messy, but like, they kind of just like kind of throw their clothes on the floor or like stuff like that, and they like, they don't care. They're not gonna pick it up. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody's telling them to clean up after themselves. So I figured I'd give them a little bit of clutter and just make it look a little bit messy and more lived in because I figured for a teen like type of build that's kind of more like realistic, like they don't really care. So I know when I was a teen, I didn't care. I just kind of threw stuff all over the place and I was like, I'll get it later, So that's kind of what I was going for. And then I put these cute little rugs in here. Those are from the high school years. And then this cute little turtle rug I put in here because the colors just match perfectly and I thought it was adorable. So I put that in there. I think that's from the My First Pet Stuff pack. They have some cute stuff, I have to say, and I believe that pack is free right now for people who don't have it. So if you want to get it, I don't know if it still is, but I know it was. So as much as you might not like the gameplay, some of the build buy items are pretty cute. So I like it for that. And then I just cluttered up a lot more. I had some clothes piles and I add a lot of like clutter from high school years because I just felt like it fit better in this build and it kind of made sense for these Sims. And I gave them this hanging clothing rack because I figured they wouldn't have like a dresser or like a closed type of storage for like their clothing and stuff. Like this is what they would have, like out in the open, just kind of like hanging and thrown all over the place and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cute in here. Um, and then I just gave them all these like little mood lights, and I gave them that like pretty chandelier type of looking thing. I think it's cute. I think it matched like with the theme and the color and everything. It looked really pretty. And then like I said, I just clutter this up like with some like like messy clutter and stuff. And I gave each like bed with the clutter underneath because I figured both Sims are probably pretty messy. And then here I'm just putting this little cat house. I end up using one that's just like it just has like the open top here because I figured maybe the cat jumps up here and looks out the open window and just kind of like watches the neighborhood and stuff. I thought that was really cute. So yeah, so I figured I'd give them a cat. But yeah, now we're moving on to the community spot, or community space for all the lots. So this is usable for everybody. It's a shared space. And I was trying to keep it simple and neutral, so I just kind of went with like tans and I didn't make this particularly too colorful. Although I think on the inside I used a lot of furniture and lighting and clutter that was very colorful. So like the walls and the flooring, I went very neutral because I figured the items I'd have in here were going to be colorful. But yeah, I made two toilet areas. And then this like little shared sink in the middle, because I figured like each unit has one bathroom, but if they're like not in their unit, they kind of want to go to the bathroom somewhere. So I thought it was nice to just have two extra little bathrooms. And I wanted to separate the laundry room from like the laundry space from the rest of the like area. So I thought it was nice to put like this wall in between. So I just thought a bathroom fit there perfectly. I did have a little bit of an issue with some of my Sims kind of just using this bathroom instead of going to their bathroom in their unit. But most of the units have two Sims in them. So I guess if one was in the bathroom using it, it kind of makes sense. If the other one really had to go, they were just going to use the community space. So it wasn't a big deal. And I know now we can change the sinks so you can have them designated to either a bathroom sink or a kitchen sink so your Sims don't go clean dishes in the bathroom sink, which I think is great. And I swapped all the sinks and I changed the bathrooms to bathroom and the kitchens to the kitchen sinks. I don't know if that's going to translate over when you download this build, but I just think that's great. And it always drove me crazy when your Sims, instead of going to the kitchen sink, would go all the way to the bathroom just to wash their dishes. So I have to thank the EA team for finally fixing that. And then yeah, so up top is like a rooftop, like fun like area. Like I was just trying to make it fun. I gave them like tables and a grill. so they can come up here and like barbecue all together. And like I gave them the bubble blower because I thought that was like really fun, and I kind of just like it kind of fit with like maybe some of the Sims here, like um, I don't know if teens should be bubble blowing, but like they're like kind of like the party ones and the fun ones. So I gave them that. And then we got this new hot tub with the for rent pack, and I just thought it was so cute. And I was like, do I do a rooftop hot tub? And I was like, I gotta do it. So I put that up there. And then I put this little gaming table. I believe that's the one from Growing Together. And I put it in here with the little plastic chairs from the front pack, and I matched the chair colors to each of the units, except for the yellow chair because they don't have an orange one. So I figured yellow, the orange house kind of has a little bit of yellow in it. So I just used that one. And then out here, I did a shared fire pit. And again, I matched the chairs to the color of the units. So I did an orange and a blue and a green because I just thought that was fun. And then, yeah, downstairs is going to have like that play table. It has a like the ping pong, or is that what it's called? Yeah, the ping pong table. Um, because I just, like I said, I wanted this to be very fun and shared, and just where they can all come together and get to know each other and just have a good time. And then over here, I just did one of these big TVs. I actually shrunk it a little bit because it's huge, but I thought this was a good place for them to like go and watch a movie together or just kind of hang out. And then I used these adorable beanbag chairs from the high school years. And I was gonna use that big fluffy couch, but I thought these beanbag chairs just worked a lot better, and they just matched the theme and the colors, and I just love them. So I wanted to use those. And then the table is from the pastel pop kit actually, and I thought that was really cute. It just, I don't know, it just looked fun in here with like everything else. So yeah, I used that. And I just thought this was like a really good space, like I said, for them all to come together. I wish I should have too. I put a gaming console in here. Um, and I know you have to put a popcorn machine on a specific like space. I believe it has to be on a countertop, but I kind of wish I put a popcorn machine in here now that I think about it, because that would have been really fun to put with the movie like screen and everything that I put in here. But I mean, that's okay. You could always add it yourself if you want it later on. But I believe it does have to be on a counter. It can't just be on any table. So it might be awkward to put like a counter in this room. But but yeah, I think that would have been a fun thing to do. And then I just put these like really fun rugs in here. This one's from the Pastel Pop Kit, and the other rug I believe is from Jungle Adventure, but the colors in it were just perfect, and they fit with everything else, and it was just colorful and fun. So I was like, ooh, that rug actually fits perfectly in here. And then I put that cool little chalkboard up there. I believe that's from, oh, I don't remember what pack that's from, but it has like the little like chart where it looks like they kept track of like a game or something on there. I thought that was perfectly to fit perfectly on the wall over there with the like the ping pong table. I thought that was like a perfect type of picture to put up there. I love using that in a gaming type of room. I think it just fits the theme. And then, yeah, I'm just adding some fun pictures in here. And I think I just cluttered up a little bit. Like I said, there's two laundry baskets on each side, but in the screenshots, you'll see there's only one, because I had to make it so your Sims could get to it. But yeah, I think this is it for the build. So if you guys like it, oh yeah, I'm gonna change the lot types, and each unit I'm gonna color code here, so you'll see me change like the units to their own, and then the names. I do change the names of the unit. I think I called it like Waterfront Rental or something. So that's probably what I'm going to load it on the gallery as. But yeah, each unit here, like the colors you could choose, I color coded it to each house. So it should be, and I gave them like, yeah, lot traits and everything to match. But yeah, so I was trying to make it easy for you guys to have it already done. But yeah, this is it for the build. So if you guys like it, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And leave any comments you have down below for me. And hopefully I'll get another build up soon, quicker than the last one. But yeah, so have a great day. All right, bye guys.
The trees, they are singing to the tune of a song, and the wind is gently ringing the bell that brings the morning, the welcome of the dawn. voice of the robin, the call of the dove. The red leaves are falling, the barn owl is calling, the welcome of the dawn. The dogs will be howling in the early morning light. All are happy to be out in the ending of the night, the welcome of the dawn. The nights are turning colder, soon the falling of the frost. Soon the summer will be over, you feel the change is closer at the welcome of the dawn.